Okay, hello Harry, how's it going?
Hey mate.
You alright? I'm Jack from WACO, this is Harry from Brawlers. We're here to talk to each other about things. What first got you into music and what made you want to make the transition from being a fan into wanting to be up there performing and create your own music?
Oh, okay. This is no.
It's a big question.
No, it's a good question because, like we were saying earlier, because we're friends, I feel like I can just tell you nice stories. That
Please do.
Okay, so I'll try and keep it short. My father, growing up, like my father was a concerto musician, and he worked from home, and it was classical records all the time. And the only time that my mum could play her records was when she was cooking. And my mum was like opposite of that. She was like Beatles, Stones, not much else apart from that. And then because my dad plays guitar, I like picked it up, and I remember going and talking to my mum, and she loved the Beatles, and I got a Beatles songbook out from the library, and I remember learning how to play "I Want to Hold Your Hand," and like kind of surprised her, and I can't remember, it must have been like 14 or 13, 14. I was like, hey mum, like check this out, and like learned how to play like the scrappiest like version of it on this acoustic guitar, and she just like really loved it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it was just nice because even I love classical music now as like a grown man, but like growing up when you're like 14, you're like, classical music sucks. I just want to listen to the Rolling Stones and all this like poppy relief from that, and I still now remember just how like appreciative of it. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, I've got a feeling from like performing a song like makes my favourite person in the world that happy. You know, like if we're gonna scratch the surface, like we all want to please those closest to us, don't we? So I think honestly, like that was it. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, oh, okay, my mum loves this, and I haven't really seen her appreciate music like live or anything. Probably, I don't think she goes to too many shows or anything, but.
Nice.
It just felt nice. So I was like, yeah, I think maybe I could. I guess if I just learn loads of songs and play them to more people,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Then they can like, then they can enjoy it. I think. I don't know, what about you?
Me, mine was I heard "Don't Fear the Reaper" on a movie called The Stone Age, which is like a kind of American teen flick thing. It's like a daft movie, but it's funny. And I remember doing it, and I was like. I just want to learn guitar for that specific song. I was like, all I want to do is learn guitar enough to play that song, and then I'm done, and I can dip out. And then I used to go to my nana's house, and we didn't have Sky Telly at the time, so my nana did have Sky, and I used to take a videotape and put it into her video recorder record overnight all of Kerrang TV on Sky.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd collect it in the morning and take it home. This is when I was really first getting into music. I was like, take it home, and obviously overnight it was a lot of like fucking heavy music and cool music.
Yeah.
And it was like I saw Disposable Teens by Marilyn Manson.
Heaps of Limp Bizkit and Korn.
Yeah,
and
swearing, and it was kind of so exciting, kind of scary and exciting at the same time. I was like, I don't know how to feel. And it got in me, and this Disposable Teens by Manson, him in the video with this big, like, looks like a dead pheasant on the side of him.
Yeah, it's like heaps like theatrical, isn't it? And, like,
it's totally theatrical, and it must have appealed to a kind of showman or theatre side of me, and then
which comes out with your live performance.
Thank you very much.
No, but that's inarguable, isn't it? You're like very much a performer. Do you know what I mean? Like.
That's nice of you to say.
There's a flamboyance, isn't there?
Absolutely,
so I can see that. Do you know? But do you know what I mean? I can see that connection.
And that was it. And then as soon as, for me, it was very natural to be like, let's just start making music. And then started writing like lyrics. I've written like 1,000 songs no one will ever hear. And this is good. It's all practice, you know. It's a little bit like flexing your muscle, working muscles at the gym or something.
Yeah.
Flexing my creativity when I was a teenager. And I can't imagine doing anything else. It's kind of, it's flamboyant, and it's a part of me that I can't ignore. And I really don't like the idea of being normal. I really love the idea of being alternative and living an alternative life. It sounds weird, doesn't it?
No,
it's like a teenage, like, giddy angst or something. Like, I really enjoy that.
I think it's interesting because again we were talking last night, but I think it's really interesting how you say that it's like it's in you and you don't want to be like essentially disingenuous. So performing, you're getting this side of you out, which is very much something that you don't want to hide. Like, am I right?
Yeah.
And then like with what I do, and our bands definitely come from the same place, but do it in a different way. Like, I don't know. My bit of me that I don't want to ignore anymore as an older man is like, I don't know, like a kind of sad, like more negative, the darker side, right? So,
well, this leads on. Talk to me about your new record, because you mentioned this to me, and what themes are you dealing with, and how does this relate to your relationship with music and what the message you want to preach, so to speak.
No, I'm with you. Well, I mean, like, I think that the kind of old Brawlers was very much like, hey, we're mates and let's get drunk and write. For me, it used to be about like, I want choruses that are really catchy, don't use more than 6 chords in the whole song, and oh, hello.
Oh shit! Will this come back on?
Oh, what's that?
This has gone awkward.
Anyway. It's alright, you have to put the key in the car or something. You started talking about darkness and then we were shrouded in darkness.
Yeah, some actual darkness happened. Fuck. Well, so the old Brawlers was like, just this like, gets the point, snappy, poppy thing. And it was a reflection of like, the kind of music I like I really like, whether it's the Ramones or even like the Vaccines, which might not be the coolest band in the world, but like I like their to the pointness of songwriting.
Yep.
But then, a little bit inexplicably, I just more recently wanted to deal with like the darker things that are in my mind, and this new record is like, it's more like family, and everyone's got fucked up families, and and sort of losing people, and maybe not having like the easiest time like growing up or whatever.
And what singing about it helps you.
Yeah, it's like a cathartic thing, and I guess now, like when I hit like 30, I was like, okay, it makes more sense now for me to be as genuine as possible, and I definitely have like a positive side, but I mean, I think I also have an equally darker side. Not to be like, oh my god, I'm so dark and cool.
Mate, you're human.
Johnny Depp.
You're human.
Yeah, and I think it's like there's so much sadness and there's so much like trouble with. I mean, we live in a time now where there's like, people having such a hard time, and there's like suicide rate in young males and all of this stuff, and it needs to. I feel like should be talked about, and if there's that part of me that is there, maybe I should just. I'm starting to now feel like I should explore it. It is a bit more of an intense experience for me to sing it, and hopefully and
it was intense to watch.
Yeah, hopefully.
It was intense to watch.
Because I think people have been coming up and being like, yeah, but why do you not do like the wall of hugs or whatever? I'm like, well, because people grow up, times change, and so that's more important to me now. I'm not performing to make everyone laugh and high five. I'm performing, in my opinion, equally importantly to exploring that, like, not pretending that we don't have that sadness. Which I think is, kind of opposite to you.
Well, for us, so our new album.
Because you're like, like you have that bit where you're like, we're eternal optimists.
Yeah. Well, I
kind of wish I was.
For us, it's interesting. Well, I mean, it's what we do. It's like, for this new record, we've got a new record coming out. And it's not so much as a new sound and a different direction change as yours is, but it's kind of what we want to do with ours. It was about kind of dealing with unfamiliar territories and adventures. So I was like, I went travelling a bit last year and I was doing stuff like that. But then familiar emotions. So there's that philosophical standpoint where they say, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah.
And this is what you realise. You can travel the whole world. You can do all these amazing experiences. And it's like, well, hold on. There's something in here which is still with me.
Yeah, it follows you about.
That I haven't acknowledged or, cleansed. I haven't cleansed that part of my spirit, so to speak. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like I'm, in an extremely exotic place, having the best time of my life, but I've got like something inside me that isn't dealt with. And so there's some of that in there, and kind of holding a mirror up to ourselves and going, life is complex, and it's beautiful in its complexities and its eccentricities. But sometimes you have to take a step back and go like, maybe it's me getting old. Go like, what am I doing? Like if there's something that needs to be addressed, let's address it. And it's about love. It's related to love.
Absolutely.
Like it's as cheesy as it sounds. It's a lost love, so to speak.
Right.
So it's like but then musically and everything with this, we kind of try to ignore genre margins and unabashedly, just be true to our eclectic tastes. So on our new record we've got brass and we've got like African drumming, and it sounds like we've gone full Peter Gabriel.
I was going to say, it sounds like Graceland.
Yeah. But it's like, I was like, you know what, fuck it, like it's not punk by numbers anyway, just in its nature what we do. It's not like it's not your standard 3-chord punk. So I was like, why don't we just get even more flamboyant and take it to the next level? And so that's what we've done with this one. I'm really excited for it to come out.
I want to hear it. And there's nothing more punk than being a punk band and having African drums. Like, that's fucking punk to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, just do what you want to do. Don't worry about it.
Going to Graceland. How long is that for?
That's about 13 minutes.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't want to bother the damn people.
Yeah, I mean,
do we?
God, who are these two fucking bozos
Waxing
talking about
lyrical
themselves for
shit.
30 minutes?
Mate, it's been a great tour.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to hear your new stuff and have fun.
And we're going to have about 16 beers now.
Absolutely. Nice one.
Cheers. No.